What's going on is Anton from antondaniels.com. I appreciate you guys for continuing to rock with me. Did you see the speech last night? It was like 2 hours, right? If you wasn't watching After Hours, which you should have been watching the speech before you watch After Hours, I'm assuming that a lot of people came over to After Hours after the speech because, got back up to the regular numbers, and I expected for a lot of people to be watching the speech. Trump did like a 2-hour speech yesterday, which a lot of it is applause, and I'm not really a fan of people not being able to get their point out, but that's normal when you actually address Congress. It's happened with every president before Trump. But Trump did a 2-hour speech yesterday, but amongst the speech, there's some other things that we need to talk about. A spectacle from Al Green. He wanted to get thrown out. We already knew that Democrats was going to be doing different tactics and staging protests in order to make themselves relevant, because we know that they have no power because they're not controlling any branch of the government. And so what you've seen from a lot of Democrats lately is people like Jasmine Crockett, AOC, Bernie Sanders, they're all running around and they're being content creators. That's basically what's happening in the Democratic Party. They're content creators. They're not trying to see where they can add value to the American people. They're not trying to participate in a legislative process and trying to make sure that they work with the Trump administration to ensure that things go through safely, like working with ICE to ensure that criminals are off the streets. But they'd rather be anti-American, anti-Trump, anti-everything that is best for you, the taxpayer and American people that they're supposed to serve. And so what they're resorting to is basically pranks. They're wearing shirts that say certain things. They're getting signs made at the taxpayer expense so that they can show it on TV. They're purposely getting thrown out just to make a fool out of themselves and a spectacle themselves. And at what point will Democrats then wake up and say, you know what? The way that we've been doing it, the way that we continue to do it, we off. We're wrong. Honestly, I'll be real with you. I believe Democrats today are solely focused on maintaining their seat in power. I don't believe even for a minute, even for a second, even for a little bit, that they actually care about what happens in the White House, what happens in the Oval Office. I don't think that they care even a little bit. I don't think that it's a thing. I don't think that it's meaningful to them. I just think that they want to maintain their job, have power, and chill and hang out. And the reason that I say that is because they're doing the same thing that they've been doing the previous 4 years, which is one of the reasons why they lost the election and they got ousted and nobody is rocking with them anymore. So now that they don't have any power outside of going to the people and saying, power to the people, now they're making a spectacle of themselves and saying, you know what, we're going to get shirts made. We're going to show up on MSNBC. We're going to go to the Breakfast Club. And all of these people are treasonous. When they asked Bernie Sanders the other day about do they think that there's fraud, waste, and abuse in all of these government offices, including Social Security, they asked him about whether or not Social Security has basically been used as a Ponzi scheme because it hasn't been actively funded and is basically robbing Peter to pay Paul, meaning that you and I are paying into Social Security so that people that are on Social Security today can continue to live and thrive and be able to survive, with the hopes of the people that come after us, Gen Z and so on and so forth, for them to be paying into Social Security so that we can be living off of their money, which is literally the definition of a Ponzi scheme. And he fails to answer that question on ABC. Y'all can go and look it up. And they're a spectacle. They are a true definition of a shit show. I've never seen, I've never heard, I've never read in history how broken, and stupid our demonic Democratic leaders are until I seen it happening with my own eyes today. These Democrats today are going to go down in history as being on the wrong side of history, but still trying to maintain their seat, maintain their power, maintain their salary, maintain their ability to continue to run up a bag. And I don't even believe that they're doing it for their salary. Because if you seen Elon Musk on Joe Rogan, and don't worry about it, I'm very excited today because I can't wait for the Millionaire Morning Show. I just called an Uber to go and pick up my truck because it was getting customized. And so all of this other type of stuff. And we'll go over that on the new Anton Daniels channel. I'm going to be launching that a week and a half from now. So I'm recording all next week so that I could drop content for the week after, and we're going to be a week in a hole every single every single time. So more announcements to come on that. And make sure y'all tap into the Patreon, link is in the description. We got a Patreon live stream this evening so that I can add value into y'all life and we can talk about the real estate landscape and how y'all can benefit from it. And I'm also going to break down my calculation on how I charge for rent and how I vet for the right tenant so that you can truly have passive income if you go about doing it the right way. But if y'all seen that interview with Elon Musk on Joe Rogan, and he said, listen, man, listen, I understand why, in so many words, he said, I understand why they don't want me to audit the federal government. I understand why Democrats and some Republicans don't want me snooping around. They don't want me to go through and audit it with a fine-tooth comb. They don't want me in there. He said, because, and this is his words, you can literally go and look it up for yourself. I'm not about to play no clips. He says, because with the type of information that I've learned of people doing insider trading and some of the most demonic, dangerous, get-rich schemes that have been happening, I could be killed. He said he could be taken out if he takes this type of information and talk publicly about it in Washington. That's scary, bro. That's scary. And so I don't know why people don't want that information released. The minute that I seen that interview, the minute that I seen him talking about that, you know what I said? I said, Lord bless him. I prayed for him. I said, because I want to know the names. I think that everything that's done in the dark need to come out to the light. And I see so much darkness in a Democratic demon party than I've never seen before. They just literally just throwing themselves under the bus. I don't even think that they don't even believe, because the things that they stand for is too far left. In order for them to even get elected, they'd have to be Democrats of the 90s, or they'd have to be more progressive as far as being a Republican. They would have to come more towards the middle, and none of them are willing to do so to save themselves. So, for example, what you see happening with Jasmine Crockett is she's becoming pro-black, extreme. They not like us. Kendrick Lamar, I wouldn't think that even for a second that she probably have some dreads in her head at some point as soon as she get done with the fake baby hairs and the wigs and all of that stuff. But Bernie Sanders, he's completely aged out, but he's still trying to hold on. AOC has been an enemy for a long time, and that she's absolutely positively in favor of illegal migration. She wants transgender rights, and y'all rocking with these people. And I don't understand black people. I don't understand people that say that they're conservative. I don't understand people that say that they stand for God, and then they rocking with people that want to do some of these things that's not even good for us, the culture, the community, and it's against God. It's against the principles of the Bible itself. Crazy. Anyways, y'all let me know what y'all think inside of the comments. Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description as well as pinned to the top of the chat. Teach Henley, 40% off your first order, 20% off for life. Ladies, get it for the fellas. Fellas, don't wait for the ladies to get it for you. It's a phenomenal product. I love you. I appreciate you. I'm looking forward to seeing y'all on the Millionaire Morning Show. Peace.